Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the preview show. Hope you are all having a great week. We are trying, as always, something new for the preview show. Adam and Ryan, how are you both?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, I'm
pretty
okay. I'm okay. Hopefully, everybody down the lens there can hear us, see us, and hopefully, somewhere near the words coming out of my mouth is the sound that the words have come out of my mouth. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Very much.
Simon's been dubbed over.
Yeah, I don't speak very clearly at the best of times, so there we go. So there's lots of people in the chat. Are you boys both seeing the chat at home?
Yeah, lots of people in the chat. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in.
Excellent, isn't it? Good to see everybody. Where my camera's gone? There we go. The camera's gone again. We had this just before we came on. Carry on, boys.
Simon decided that he was gonna change something last minute, and now it's all gone.
No, it's all
gone a little bit wrong.
It's all gone a little
Horribly.
little pear shaped. But
wrong.
don't touch anything.
Oh, there we go.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch the thing.
Right, let's get going with the preview show. If you haven't watched this before, it's where we round up last week's tour event, which we were focusing on, and then look ahead to this week's event with the fantasy golf. A lot of you guys know about the fantasy golf. If you don't know about it, we'll explain it in a little while. But Ryan, first of all, hit us up with the roundup.
The roundup. Okay, guys. So I didn't actually watch any of the golf last week. And I didn't actually find out the result until today when I started to do all of the points.
Nice, solid.
But the classic, the Waste Management Open. I think it's definitely one I'd like to go to as an event.
You think so?
Winner Scotty Scheffler won in a playoff. Three goes at it. Three goes at the 16th hole, didn't they? So it was good win for Scotty. American playing well. Been playing well since the Ryder Cup. I thought he was really good sort of over last season or so. So I'm not surprised to see him win.
He's played well to get there. Obviously, first win on tour as well. So to take it down there in a playoff, it just shows you also that waste management, that last hole, like flicking wedges in there. Whereas in previous years, obviously, over the lifespan of that tournament, they've been hitting some longer shots in there, where he's literally like flicking lob wedge in from like 90 yards, which is crazy.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? Because 16 isn't exactly long. I know it's raucous and everything, but it's not a long par 3. 17's a short par.
No, it's like 140, isn't it?
So you know they can make some moves on those last few holes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just say, I know you've probably taken the picture down, but Scotty Scheffler's belt is upsettingly hot. It's just not in the middle. His belt's all over the place.
He don't care. He don't care. He's collecting millions and millions. It's fine.
Because he's tucking all those dollars in his belt.
So let's have a look at the bottom half of the table. 21 players this week. So thank you everybody for getting.
Yeah.
Awesome to see. Couple of negatives. Mr. Bonner, Mr. Byford.
Well,
unfortunately,
with what is this week 6, and I think I've had someone pull out in between Tuesday and Thursday every week. So
you were unlucky. Webb Simpson.
I'd just like to highlight on that leaderboard though, number 12 and number 16.
Number 16. There's just 4 places difference between those two players.
Seems.
I think that means that next week there will be a forfeit. It has been foretold that driving ranges and fancy dress have a week to go. And and then as of next week, we will think up another forfeit.
Yeah, definitely. So both Simon and Max both picked Webb Simpson, and obviously it showed where you both had Spieth as well, who made the weekend but finished 60th. So that's why points aren't so low.
Yes.
And obviously everyone else. Chris Manbridge back in this week. Pretty poor week for Chris actually. Chris is usually pretty hot on the picks. It's probably his worst week he's had.
Yes.
Anyway. Let's have a little flip and look at the top half, and it is a resounding win for the All In Club.
All In Club, yes. Really pleasing to see that come through.
I was pleased up until the point where he texted me at 1 o'clock in the morning to let me know that he'd won, and then put underneath, "I hope your phone's on silent."
Yeah,
Wasn't.
well done. I think the first time the All In Club has paid off and actually won the event. Like I'm not. I think we've had some All In Clubs and they've done well. Pretty well, finishing high. But I think I mean we've done this for a good sort of 2 years now, so it's hard to remember. But yeah, I think it might be the first win. Marcus Lee obviously also picking the winner.
Yeah.
And there we are.
And you're up there again. The man that controls the spreadsheet is top the table again. The three of us.
So I haven't.
Very controversial.
It's controversial when I say it like that.
I hadn't given you any. I hadn't sent you any picks. I did pick.
No, funny that.
Hang on, everyone, just make a judgment and put it in the comments in a second.
If I was clever, I'd have picked them. If I'd have known, I'd have picked Scotty Scheffler. I didn't pick. Obviously, I did pick genuinely. I did pick the King, good old Kang, with a.
And when did you pick these people?
Saturday afternoon.
I did pick the. No, this morning.
This morning. So we've missed the window by a week.
Yeah, and I'm the one on minus points.
I genuinely didn't know any of the results. I honestly.
In the comments, guys. In the comments. Is that allowed?
I've been burning the candle at both ends over the last week or so. So much so that I ended up with 2.5 hours sleep on Sunday night because Super Bowl and early starts to work and all that jazz. But yes. Well done, everyone else. Adam, good week. 30 points thereabouts. Ben Swanson first play this week. So well done. Ben's in. What am I like? Patrick Reed. Get out, Marcus. You can.
Patrick Reed during PJ Live 365. Very good result.
Both of them commented it at the same time. So I love it.
Vibes, yeah.
Oh, dear,
it's a lot of love for Patrick Reed in the comments.
I think that might stick, Ryan, unfortunately.
I haven't made any picks this week either yet, so I'll
That's all right, just wait till next week.
Matter, does it? Just do what you like. Well, should we have a look at the PJ Live 365 table? Because despite Ryan cheating, Adam is still leading.
Exactly. If I was going to cheat, I'd cheat better than that. I would.
Well, you still cheated pretty good.
There's still time.
As cheating goes, you've got 75 points and not one. So you've done all right.
Oh, I love it. Ryan, Glenn's saying you have to do the forfeit now, Ryan. It's funny he's trying to get out of that.
Oh.
We might have to bring up the forfeit. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yes. So let's have a look at your table. 20 people on the table now.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So now the titles in the top.
Yeah.
So, but well done, everyone. So, Abdi went from second to last to 8th.
Yeah. Good week, Ads.
Yeah. Big jump. It does show that the winning bonus works nicely, and that you got rewarded for winning. So yeah, it is right to be in there trying to pick that winner.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, but James Peck still tidily out front. I think he's had at least 2. So yeah, James is doing nicely. Bonner, Hodge, and
Bonner's still second despite being last in the table this week.
Yeah, he's got he had a tiny amount of points.
2 winners.
Just like to highlight that I'm actually beating my dad for the first time since he joined.
Yeah.
So little victories.
We've got to take small victories, especially you and I, Adam. We've got no chance.
I was going to say this bubble is just it. I've got 4 missed cuts coming this week.
It's coming, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, so if there are people in the chat that are new to the fantasy golf and don't understand what we're talking about, Ryan, tell them what is the crack with the fantasy golf while I fix my camera again, because every time I talk, the camera goes off.
So anyone new, I'm not sure if we've got anyone new, but if there's anyone new here, basically what we do every week is fantasy golf. We pick a upcoming PGA or DP World Tour event, and you will be giving. I know. And we'll be giving you the odds for the players in that event. You have 100 points to spend on between 1 and 4 players. Divide your points any way you like across those 4 players, and your points will be multiplied by their potential winning odds. Those odds are then multiplied up and made beautiful against their finishing position, and you get more points the higher they finish. You've got to make the weekend to make some points. If you miss the weekend, you are losing points. You are going to minus points. You've got to be in the top 50 as well to make points.
It is very simple. 100 points. Pick them how you like. 1 to 4 players. Let's go. So yeah, it's all exciting. I do have to say, I do love the Phoenix Open. I love the fact that it's a little bit different. I particularly liked Higo taking his shirt off. I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone take their shirt off after holding a putt and run around the green. People, obviously it has its detractors and people saying that it's not good for the game, but I think for me it just is good because different people watch it. Okay,
definitely.
The drunkenness is not necessarily ideal, but they're having a good time. No one's getting hurt.
Yeah.
It just looks like a good party atmosphere.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Like they're quite happy to let in whoever for the event, and that's perfect because by letting it be inclusive to everybody and it not just being a golf event, then all of a sudden you might, if you drag like a handful of people that go and have a go at golf next week out of that event, then it's doing its job.
Of course it is.
Like it's trying to take golf to different people, not just attracting the same people to every event.
Exactly. Yeah, and I saw a tweet today about there's obviously lots of beer cans and stuff thrown onto the 16th and stuff, and people go, well, is this the right thing? I'm like, admittedly, I'm not. I think that's a bit.
That's probably a bit too much, but like you get ejected from football for that. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't be throwing stuff at people.
No.
Like in any sporting event. So it's like it's one of those. I think like the chucking of the beer cans on, and how they did it on the first hole in one was a bit like. Yeah, they're celebrating, and there's like as soon as one person does it, it's just sort of free for all from that point. But
it is hole in one is such a rare occurrence, and it is just
and to have 2 over the weekend,
it's mad. And I don't think anyone is saying that they want this every single week. And Marcus is saying about the Ryder Cup. I think the Ryder Cup first tee has that. And I think, you were there as well, Adam. I think that 15, 16, 17, 18 stretch at Le Golf National, all in that big bowl where you could sit there and you could see all those holes, finishing holes. That was pretty close. It's pretty close to that. Obviously it wasn't drunkenness and raucousness like that, but it was. But
it was loud.
It was loud, and it was more than just your polite applause golf. Ryder Cup first tee does it now, and I think you could easily have a par 3 like that at a Ryder Cup. So why not?
Yeah, definitely.
I also think it's the area as well. Not to be too sort of sweeping statement, but that sort of South America, south of the America, that sort of it. Like you're not going to get that style at Augusta. You're not gonna, that's not going to happen, and you're not going to get that sort of clientele because they just won't let it happen.
No.
Like those sort of.
And every tournament has its place.
Exactly, and I think it's great that what they do with the 16th and what they do with that golf course in general. I think it's great and it's really good to bring fans. I just think they maybe need to look at just pulling that little bit back for so they don't because you step over the line here with that. What's next until it gets so out of hand.
I think that they've done a very good job of making what could have been a very ordinary tournament very special.
Yeah.
So over the years, you can't just do it overnight, but over the years they've built it and built it and built it.
Tiger having that hole in one there helped massively, didn't it? Massively.
But if you look at that, it used to be like everybody go and stand round 16.
Yes.
Then it was like a few seats. So they've built it and built it and built it to what it is now. So it's maybe having a few other tournaments that aren't big tournaments on the PGA Tour, and then trying to find a unique selling point to that. So not maybe the same sort of thing, but like having a massive. If you've got a big amphitheatre at the first tee, make it huge, make it loud, make it like a party around the first tee. Like
Chasing Pins are saying
but
Super
like,
Bowl's in Phoenix next year.
do something like that.
Imagine that. Super Bowl is in Phoenix next year, apparently. Oh, where have I gone again?
Wow, so yeah, that will be.
Ansky saying about Cantlay had a putt knocked off course due to a big dent in the green. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, he did on like the last day.
Oh, really?
Once you start damaging, you start affecting,
that's different then, isn't it?
You know. Yeah, it is becoming a bit more sort of, you know, and yeah, the whole mashed potato thing does my head in. Can't be doing with that.
Yeah, no, that's
get rid of mashed potato.
So
anyway,
there we go. That's Waste Management Phoenix Open. Quick word from the guys over at Cutter Golf now, and then we'll be back in with our focus for this week.
The club does exactly what they say it does.
15 years ago, I was watching a tournament, and I saw Tom Watson hit a ball right up against a palm tree. So he turned his back to the target and swung backwards. And he hit it within 3 feet.
So Adam and I tested it out. We tested it on all sorts of situations, different lies, long grass bunkers, and we were blown away with how good this wedge was.
Why isn't there a club that has a V shape to it? After all my research, couldn't find anything. So that was my literal aha moment and said, I'm gonna make one.
Is that wide, massive club face. When you put this club down behind the ball, it sits square and there is so much club face. It gives you so much confidence, especially from long grass, bunker shots. Just seeing all that club face to hit is fantastic. If you want to get your hands on one of these cutter wedges, you can do that at playcutter.uk, and if you enter the promo code PGA Life, you get a special discount on these wedges for just £99. Now in terms of product options, you've got 52, 56 and 58 degree options. You've got different length options, and of course it comes in both left and right-handed. So there is really no excuse not to give this club a fair chance. Like I say, if you want to get one of these clubs in your hand, you can do. There is a money back guarantee if you buy the product and you don't like it, but I'm convinced that if you try this product, if you give it a fair chance, it will stay in your bag for a very long time.
So there we go, cutter wedge, give it a try. We say it every week, but yes, it's definitely a unique product. If you can get your hands on it, if you can get over to us over at Berry Golf Club or at the Suffolk with Adam, you can try one of the cutter wedges. So what are we talking about this week then, Adam? What is the focus for this week?
So this week we're on the PGA Tour because there is no DP World Tour event. So they're back on the 3rd of March out in Kenya. So we have obviously a massive event this week with the Genesis Invitational at Riviera Country Club.
Yes.
That is Riviera. Well and truly on the bucket list.
Oh,
what a golf course.
Yes.
Guys, if none of you have seen Riviera, you're in for an absolute treat this week. Oh. So first tee up high next to the clubhouse that looks like, as Ryan described it earlier, like a drug dealer would live in it.
Yeah.
Up on the hill. Literally straight underneath is the back tee. So the back tee is very elevated, hitting down onto the fairway on the first. You've got a short par 4 10th, so risk reward, either like chip it down the front and chip it on, or try and go for it with maybe a 3-wood, but it is very slopey all around and bunkers and bits and pieces. Yeah. And then that final par 4 up the hill, drive, slight dogleg to the right-hand side, that big amphitheatre behind the green. Everybody sat on the bank with the corporate up the top. So a really great golf course, some stunning shots. Not a very long golf course at just over 7,000 yards, par 71, but does require you to be very accurate. Yes. So obviously Max Homer is our past champion at 12 under last year. He won in a playoff over Tony Finau. So there's some players that tend to play well around this sort of time of year on these sort of style of golf courses in this part of the country. So be interesting to see where everybody's picks have gone this week.
Yes, definitely. And we've started to get some picks in already, I think, which is good to see. And it's also in the heart of Los Angeles, aren't we? So, you know, the Super Bowl hangover, are there going to be people, are there going to be celebrities hanging around?
Still going.
It's, big party in LA this week, obviously, with the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right, so I've got some some picks from some of the guys that aren't in the chat.
Lovely.
Andy,
so let me just go through. I'm going to put the betting on the screen while you do this, Ryan. So go for it.
Adzi, he has gone all in again. He's gone all in Tony Finau this week.
Oh, is he going to get it done?
Missed the cut last week, so he's had a rest. He's had more of a rest than others, so might be worth a punt. Sav's in already. I think I saw him in the chat, but Sav's in anyway. He's gone Brooks Koepka, 20 points. Russell Henley, 30. Sanjay Im, 30. My man JT, Justin Thomas, 20. And then Ben Swanson is also in. He's gone for a 25-point split between Cam Smith, Fitzpatrick, Molinari, and Adam Scott.
Nice.
So Glenn's in. He's gone Max Homer, Morikawa, Kevin and Sam Burns.
Nice. Chasing Pins are in as well.
Chasing Pins, yeah. Rahm 40, Cam Smith 30, Rory 30. I'd love to see Rory win round here.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah,
I'd like to see Rory win most weeks, if I'm honest.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some picks from Dommy Rowe as well.
Dommy Rowe's picks are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Rahm, Cantlay, Smith, and Sunji Im at 25 each.
Nice.
Oh, these are the ones to look at. Chris is in as well. So Koepka, Colin Morikawa, Rory, and JT. He's gone big guns.
Big guns.
He's going for the win.
Yeah, go for that win bonus. Like that.
Going for his bonus.
I'm going to freeze again in a second, and then I'll come back. Because I figured out how
So
to do
Dad's in.
Yeah.
So my Dad's in, and Rahm McIlroy at 20, Leishman 30, McIntyre 30.
Nice, Bobby Mack.
Over. So he played European Tour last week, didn't he? Play European Tour last week?
He certainly did the week before. I don't know if he did last week or not. I'm not sure.
Can't remember. I remember seeing him on some coverage, but not sure which one I was watching.
So Max Ballam's in, Tony Finau for 40, Brooks Koepka 30, and 30 on McIlroy.
Yeah.
Rosansky in as well. Scheffler, Knox, McIlroy, and Zalatoris, 25 each. Always a Scotsman in there. I love your continuity.
Yeah.
So Marcus is in. So he's gone Cantlay, Johnson, Morikawa, Homer.
And the Chasing Pins and Glenn forfeit for next week as they've both got to go all in.
Oh, there you go.
Which they've dealed on.
So Julie Rolls in. Cantlay 10, Homer 20, Noren 30, Wyndham Clark 40.
Clark.
So this is Genesis is an invitational event, isn't it? So you know it is a regular PGA Tour event, but you're not necessarily guaranteed to qualify, are you? So
and they do tend to put some like specific invitationals out, like some of the college guys and bits and pieces. And I know that at some years, like some of the local like club pros and stuff have been involved and bits and pieces. So yeah, that'd be a nice one to get the invite for. Imagine going in the pro shop first thing Monday morning and getting that invite on the desk.
Well, imagine that.
Thank you, please.
Awesome, so Richard Hodge is also in.
Richard Hodge.
Yeah,
he's gone Hoagie 20, Noren 30, Scheffler 30, Cantlay 20.
Nice. Right, let me go through my picks then. So I've gone, as usual, couple up the top, couple down the bottom. So John Rahm and Morikawa, 30 points each. Fellow lefty Hank Lebioda and Aniban Lahiri, who's right down the bottom, and he's going to win. There you go. You heard it here first.
You did hear it here first.
That'd be the ultimate. So, yeah, 30 on the first two, 20 on the second two, please, Ryan.
Okay, so I'm going with Morikawa, Cam Smith, Max Homer, and Francesco Molinari.
Oh, yeah, Ball Strikers Golf Course. Hoping to Francesco to find some
150 to 1. I'm hoping that he has a good week.
Yes. Oh, remaining time of the meeting is coming up on the screen. That is nice for everyone to see. I'm not sure I can get rid of that, but there we go. So there you go. That shows you how long we've got left before we disappear, basically.
Countdown timer.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, countdown timer right in the middle of the screen. Not able to move it. Not letting me move that.
I've done picks.
No way. On a Tuesday?
I have.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I know. Exciting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I've gone 25 split. 25 Thomas. 25 Reeve.
Oh, I thought you
25.
Oh, I thought you whoa!
25 Reeve, 25 Laird, and 25 on Patrick Reed.
He's going to go for it. I had a quick look, and there is.
Can you uninvite somebody on this side?
Yeah, I could cancel his camera like I cancel mine. So there is a famous well, I don't know how famous he is, but a Major League Baseball player called Reed Harrington. So if ever it was going to stick in a proper fantasy stats sport like baseball, and you've picked him now, so if he wins this week, and you've picked him, oh my goodness.
The only time I've ever wanted him to do well. And let's be fair, I still want him to miss that. Like, he's, a hateful man.
He is a hateful man.
Reed.
Reed. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good. So there we go. We got any more picks coming in? I think we're nearly there. How are we doing? Any regulars that we're missing out? Any texts that we need to send out?
I've got Mr. Kemp to send. That was all I've got.
Send out to Kemp. Has Marcus made his picks, or have we just had Dommy?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we have had Marcus's. Yeah, I see Marcus's.
It's Cantley, DJ, Morikawa, and Homer even split. Is those? Apologies to James Wade. I missed your picks from last week. I'll do them and I'll update and I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad. I missed them.
Did you find them?
I have already put him in the group, so I'm just waiting for his reply.
Well done. Good stuff. Do we had picks from Ben Swanton already, haven't we?
Yes, they're in.
They're in. Yeah. So if we've got a little bit of time, which we haven't got long left, but I sent this in the Patreon's group chat earlier in the week. Obviously, I haven't got it to Simon to put up on the screen. We were discussing Bryson pre versus post bulk, and so I'm going to quickly
in 6 minutes.
Whip through this. So basically,
he's a better golfer now than he was then. End of discussion.
He's boosted his driving distance by 20 yards in the 42. So these are both over 42 starts. He has won 3 less tournaments, but had 4 more top 10 finishes. This is since he's been bulked up. So obviously won a major since he's been bulked up and gone up 1 world ranking position. So his highest is 4th instead of 5th. His scoring average has dropped. He's dropped 0.4 of a point. Mm-hmm. So every 10 rounds, every 4 rounds, it'll be 1 shot less. Every 4 and a bit round. Yeah.
So every tournament, shooting 1 less every week.
It just with what he's done allows him to cherry pick and dominate on the courses that he'll dominate on.
Yeah.
So
all he's gone for is how many times can I have a W next to my name? I don't care if I flame out some weeks.
But at the moment, it's 2 less.
Yeah, but he's got a major.
Yeah, but
how are you judged?
Exactly, but
everybody will say Lee Westwood, great golfer, never won a major.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's interesting. It's interesting what the problem with these sort of, for me, the problem with these sort of posts is, yes, it's saying it's 42 starts, but what 42 starts are we choosing? That's my
42.
Issue. What are they the same 42? They can't be the same 42 because he's not going to have played the same events every year. Because like Adam's saying, he's now playing because he's moved up in terms of his profile. He now has the ability to cherry pick which events he wants to. Hence why he went to Saudi. Hence why he's doing other bits and pieces like the long drive stuff.
Probably staying there.
Probably staying there. Yeah, again, that's going to be very interesting, the whole Saudi thing. But I think
he's already said that he's come out and said to some of the tour players, hasn't he, that he's not playing on the PGA Tour anymore.
Has he really? It's interesting, isn't it? He came out. There was a tweet today coming out talking about his health, and he said, "Look, don't listen to what you've heard in the press. Any health stuff will come from my team." He was a great golfer before. He was always going to be a very, very good golfer, and I think personally, he's made a very bold decision. He's committed to it like nobody else has ever committed to it, and he's changed his golf game, and he's changed the way. That first hole at the Ryder Cup, nobody else was driving that green, and he flew it onto the green and then holed the putt. He desperately wants to win the Masters. That's what he wants to win. He's come out, he's said it. He's come out and said it. And
I think
he's got the golf game to do it.
Well, I think everybody sort of glosses over is just how skillful it is to hit it that hard and that straight. Because he does hit it straight, even though he's hitting it as hard as you possibly can. Yeah, and to do that much practice, like to get that to that position, like is arguably more skillful than like an average tour player hitting it 300 down the middle, because they all do that.
Yeah, there's quite an interesting conversation going on in the chat about whether you'd rather win a major or loads of times on the PGA Tour.
It's major every time, isn't it? It's a lot of money and majors.
Yes. That's it. You're judged at the end of your career by your majors. All of these. I think what's interesting is once you get to I don't know what the stats are about the money and stuff, but once you get inside that top 50 in the world, top 30 in the world, they're all doing fine financially, and to have a stroke average of under 70, like just put that into perspective. That is mental. To shoot 69 point something on average is just mental. But what he's done is he's got the ability now to do that 63, to do that 62, and just to blow a field away in one round because he can do it. So, and again, he's going to play less because of stress on his body, like Julian's saying. But is that a bad thing? I don't know.
But Tiger did it.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah. Tiger never played a full season, did he? And in other sports, you've got such a small shelf life. Like you're a boxer, you might fight 10 fights, 12 fights, mightn't you, in a career? If it earns you 50 million a fight, then it's worth all the training, isn't it?
Sign me up.
Exactly. Speaking of sign me up, we've got 54 seconds, as you can all see, on the meeting. So, quickly going around the table, what we got going on the next few days? Ryan.
I'm still slogging it. Still slogging it away, I'm afraid. To and fro in London. Work. Got 2 more weeks, and then I am done and getting baby ready.
Nice. Tretty.
Good stuff. I'm off to the East Region PGA AGM tomorrow because I've actually got an award to pick up.
I know. We need to talk about that next week. So
I've got an award to pick up tomorrow.
Yes, very exciting. Very exciting. But unfortunately, we're on a countdown of like 8 seconds. So thank you for joining in the preview show, as we always do. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.